Welcome to the presentation of Tomas.Cpm. In a few minutes I will show you basic features of Tomas Corporate Performance Management and Collaboration Network platform. Tomas.Cpm can bring together users and content on a single cloud-based workspace and can accelerate your productivity. Platform can by storing documents, managing meetings and conclusions, creating projects that let you manage them through stages, and seeing different tasks on a calendar. You can create strategic plan, BSC or business plan, also involving other into preparation while monitoring realization. Furthermore, you can assign tasks when results are not according to expectations. I will start with My Atoms section. My Atoms gather information from all other Tomas atoms, or as they are called, modules. In the Activity section, the page is full with information. On the top left side of the page we see a calendar with all events from the current month. This includes tasks, new valid documents, meeting invitations, project due dates and many more. If we click on an item on a calendar, window with details will open up. On the right side, under My Tasks, we see only personal tasks, and we can also see some details for each task on the list. Below My Tasks, we can observe latest activities on the forum and user associated with each activity. Moving down the page, we see section with My Documents for confirmation. We can confirm or reject documents which appear in this section. In Latest Logs section, we can monitor latest changes in the system made by various users. With this function we always have control over what is happening on our platform. If we move further down the page, we see statistics about documents and logins. On the left side of this section there is a pie chart which shows us the percentage of tasks that have been completed on time and percentage of tasks that were completed after deadline. If we go to back to the top of the page, we can select Tasks. Now a new window will open with a calendar. In this section you have the option to view tasks in two different formats, either as a calendar or as a list. You can choose between calendar or list up here. Here you can view all My Tasks. If we are a manager, we see tasks of all employees, from meetings, dashboard, different projects, corrective measures, reclamations. Clicking on the tasks opens a new window where details can be seen and tasks can be modified. We have two different types of tasks. Tasks can be associated with a meeting or a project, but they can also be direct tasks, which are created by clicking the Create Task on the left hand side of the screen. Tasks in Calendar View are colored so it can be easily recognized which tasks are delayed, which were completed on time, and tasks with relevant deadlines. Red colored flags tasks which weren't completed and deadline has already passed. Green colors tasks are completed ones, and light blue color tasks are tasks with deadlines in the future. On the top of the page we can switch to view tasks in the format of a list. Here we can more concisely observe which tasks belong to which user and also tasks deadlines. Red colored tasks are for delayed tasks, green colored ones are for those which were completed on time, and green ones with a red border below are tasks completed after the deadline. Now we can move on to the Reports section. Reports section contains reports about different completed tasks. In this section we see report date, user who created the report, and if the report is associated to some meeting or a project. If we are responsible, we can edit or update the report on the right hand side of each report info. The next section includes projects. In the projects section we can manage projects on a user-friendly way that manager and other users can understand and use easily. We can define different projects with tasks and project team responsible for realization. In the main view, we can then see completion info connected to different tasks and projects. Under the progress bars of specific projects, we have a list of all tasks of the projects with completion expressed in percent and user which is responsible for tasks, for example admin. Clicking on a project opens a window with details and all the tasks associated with the project and also users responsible for different tasks. We see if some tasks are falling behind the schedule. Completion of the project in this progress bar is calculated from tasks completed. After the project, we can move on to the dashboard section. Dashboard is a visual representation of most important indicators regarding your company that managers can review quickly with morning coffee. It is linked to Tomas.Cpm and it shows where we are in comparison to what we planned in the Tomas.Cpm section. Manager can monitor total sales, amount of cash or receivables, production, inventories, procurement. They can also observe employee count, expenses, and they can track progress on their project. There are 3 icons in the total sales section, and with them we can see if task is delayed with a red smiley. We can assign a direct tasks with the lightning bolt symbol, and we can open a calendar with a symbol on the right side of the total sales section. The map in the middle of the page allows observing sales by country. We see the colors indicate the amount of sales in its specific country, and we can also easily zoom in into the map to observe it more specifically. Above the map there is a show and hide filter. With this function we can filter sales by year, month, product and other parameters. Dashboard section also alerts about the problems in different business area. For example, when certain triggers are below expectations. To observe, for example, total sales in more detail, we click on total sales and a new page will open. And on this new page we can more observe sales in more detail, for example top products, markets, sales channels, costs, sales in kilos, and the basic total sales window. We can go back to the dashboard, and overall the dashboard function allows concise and quick summary of all the important developments in the company. With a click on certain indicator we can get more details about this business area, as we have done with total sales. Now we have covered dashboard, we move on to the My Documents section. In this section we can store documents that we flagged in Tomas.Cpm that are interesting to us and deserve paying attention to. With this feature you'll never forget an important document because they are all just a click away. The last section in My Atoms is Forums section. Forums section allows users to engage in a multiple-way discussion about pressing matters. Here you can see all remarks on the specific documents, recommendations to improve some documents, and you can discuss anything relevant to the operations of the company. Overall, we can say that My Atoms capture the essence of basic developments in your company. You can manage tasks, monitor projects and documents, visualize your company in dashboard, or engage in a discussion in Forums section. Now we'll move on to Tomas Business Plan. We click on Tomas.Cpm. In Tomas.Cpm you can define workflow of planning procedures, people involved, and tasks they need to perform. When all responsible people input their planned data and planners confirm them, we can We can perform simulations and what-if analysis. Solutions can be used for different planning purposes: annual plan, strategic plan, company plan, plan of group of companies, and so on. In the plan section, you can using plan table management, you can prepare multiple versions of plan. For example, one optimistic and one pessimistic. Solution enables planners total freedom in definition of any number of different input tables for planning. Also, very interesting feature of Tomas.Cpm is OLAP tool. In the OLAP tool, we can make plan tables which are very easy to use and concise and include many details. For example, we can select sales plan by products, and we can also see this table in chart form. For example, we click on the chart icon and we can see it in column chart and also in pie chart. So we have also a graphical presentation of our plans. Now we move on to Tomas documents. In Tomas documents, you can gather and organize all company documents, for example, contracts, organizational regulations, directions, legal documents, ISO documents, forms, instructions, meeting minutes, and many more. These documents are then available to you with just one click under the Tomas.DM section. Documents can be also opened directly from the process model. They can also be sent to reconciliation, and so you can have a total follow-up on each document. In the Tomas meeting section, there is a permanent view upon the realization of agreed conclusions from different types of meetings we achieve. And we also see responsible in their finishing their tasks on time and with quality. When company succeeds in increasing the percentage of task realization and conclusions, it certainly achieves or exceeds planned goals. Other Tomas modules I will show you in a simple PowerPoint presentation. The Tomas BSC Strategic Planning and Balance Scorecard is a solution that helps you transfer your strategy into actions. You can define mission and vision of the company, strategic objectives, and set actions to achieve strategic goals. Measurable targets for each business unit are set and linked to strategic objectives. For each strategic objective, we determine tasks, terms, and responsible. Responsible reports about task realization. We determine for each strategic objective goals to measure successfulness and task realization. Successfulness of workers can be measured and rewarded. Dynamic strategic map indicates if there are bad KPIs or tasks are delayed for a specific strategy. We move on to Tomas MES, which is multidimensional analysis. When Tomas MES is successfully introduced, you will benefit from easy report viewing, alerts on the key points of your business. You can explore the deviation from your targets. You can increase the level of control and cooperation between the departments, and you can identify business opportunities and threats. Different colors show where your performance is bad in comparison to plan or previous years. In Tomas Process, there is a process modeling and ISO support. You can model your processes and focus towards success and excellent achievements. Our software can cooperate with you by modeling and documenting your processes. Critical elements of business processes can be analyzed, and goals of optimization and re-engineering can be determined. Simultaneously, processes are described in according to ISO standard methodology, so the judgment can be made simply through computer. Application is connected with application for document management. Every change of document is immediately seen on the process. And also with one click you can get your ISO documentation in Microsoft Word. In the Tomas Corrective Measures Management, you can act in the event of deviations from the operations of your business objectives. You can simply manage everything in one form. In the Tomas Reclamation Management, you can use You can use a single form to enter all reclamations, claims from your customers. You can analyze them and assign corrective, preventive and system measures. You can also monitor realization of tasks. In the next module, which is Thomas Invest, there is a module about asset purchasing management. This module supports the whole asset purchasing process, from department sending need for assets to investment department gathering offers and selecting the best one, to management that approves purchase. A review of all purchases and filters are available. In the last module, which is Thomas Report, we can see affiliated business units reporting. This solution is initially intended for a parent company to lay and collect reports from affiliated companies. It replaces existing reporting in Excel and eliminates use of emails. The module is also useful for reporting services of affiliated business units inside a company. This was a basic overview of Thomas Corporate Performance Management Platform. Thank you for listening.